good evening, everyone. This is Naomi here. James can't be on tonight, but I'm taking it tonight. So just to start off, I'm just wondering if you could just click the little hand button to say that you can hear me. If everyone could just do that for me, that would be awesome. Fantastic, excellent. Everyone can hear me. That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight. My name's Naomi Voltson and I'm a social entrepreneur. And we just want to welcome you on tonight's webinar where we show you how you can earn a substantial income while doing good. Prior to getting started in this business, I was looking for a way where I could work from home around my family and be my own boss. I had my own traditional business before, but I didn't want the overheads, the long hours, the staff of a traditional business, and also all the stress and everything that went with that. So after a long search, I finally found this business, and within just 18 months my life had totally changed. I'm earning a fantastic income from home. I've earned 3 overseas holidays, plus lots of local trips, and I've found that I really have a great sense of purpose. I love working from home. I've got 3 kids and I can just work around them. I love the freedom that it gives me and also the lifestyle. Now I've created this amazing lifestyle that I love, but I also love that through my business I'm also making a global difference and impacting the world, and that's really important to me. And so thanks so much for coming, and we'll get into it and start our presentation. So the definition of a social entrepreneur, social entrepreneurship is identifying a social problem and using a for-profit entrepreneurial principles to organise, create and manage a venture to achieve a desired social change. So this is where we draw on the best of both worlds. So we're incorporating the traditional business structures and strategies to bring about that social change. It's an amazing model, and I as soon as I heard it, I was just so excited about it that I could do something that was bringing social change, but it's not a charity. We actually get to make a great income with it too. So in other words, the social entrepreneur knows how to create the lifestyle they desire while doing good. What interests you the most out of these things? There's quality time with your family, and that's really important. There's relaxation. Maybe it's adventure that you love, or wealth. That yacht looks kind of fantastic. The freedom, the health, or it could be purpose. But you know what? With our social entrepreneur business model, you can actually have all of that, and it's wrapped up in a great purpose that we have through our business. So this is the social entrepreneur new hybrid model. And what we have is the global problem-solving power of the Grameen Bank, and that's when they've found a solution for poverty. We have the innovative technologies of Apple, and then we've also got the matching donation of Tom's shoes, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But there's a way of bringing business and philanthropy together. And we have the Direct Selling Association, where we compensate the champions that choose to get involved. We want to reward people for the work that they do without a massive amount of investment, which is incredible. And then we have the online store of Amazon, so the online marketplace, where we bring the ability for our social entrepreneurs to market online, and we train you in that. And then we have the passion for children that UNICEF has. So when you bring all of that together, you give yourself the opportunity to not only change your life, which is incredible, but also to change the lives of children and people all over the world. So what's the current reality? And I think we probably all have experienced this and know what's happening. You know, we can't miss it. It's in the news all the time. There's global economic turndown. Personal debt is out of control. Unemployment rates are high. Job security is at a low. I mean, no one's job is secure anymore. Personal bankruptcy is growing. And people are really looking for a way to make extra income. And the other thing, the really big thing that, you know, they're finding now is that people really feel there's no purpose behind what they do except to pay the bills. You know, they go to their jobs day in, day out, but they don't really feel like they're doing anything of purpose. They're not, you know, making an impact. So what are your choices? And these are some of the traditional choices that, you know, we might all have. And I'm sure every one of us have tried to do these things. So we can work overtime. We can change jobs and hope that the grass is greener. We can sacrifice our lifestyle to save. We can buy an expensive business, and, you know, you have no guarantees with buying an expensive business either that you will succeed. You can borrow money to invest. You can invest in real estate or the stock market. And, you know, my husband and I got caught out doing that a few years ago when the global economic downturn happened. And you know, it's not a secure and safe way to do things. You can live on social services, or you can just hope that your superannuation will be enough. But how do you live a life of purpose when these are your only choices? Well, social entrepreneurship, it offers another solution. What it does, it allows you to create the lifestyle you desire while making a difference using the best from innovation. You know, even Richard Branson knows this. You know, he said, explore this next great frontier where the boundaries between work and higher purpose are merging into one, where doing good really is good for business. And so many, you know, major businesses are coming around to this. Social responsibility is an important part of you know, the business structure and strategies. So back to Tom's shoes. You know, Tom Mikowski, he was traveling all over Argentina. He's a social entrepreneur. And he saw that children in some of the poorer areas didn't have shoes. And because of this, they weren't able to go to school. So when he got back to the US, he started Tom's Shoes and got the public to support him. So when someone buys a pair of these shoes, and they're just simple canvas shoes, but they kind of become trendy now, they will donate a pair of shoes to a child in need. So the number of shoes given away to children in need so far is 2 million. So that's pretty awesome. But what blows me away about that is Tom's net worth now is $5 million. So he has become a millionaire through doing good. Another example is the social entrepreneur Muhammad Yunus, and he developed the microloans. So, you know, this is the answer to global poverty. You know, he gives loans for less than $30 so that these people living in poverty can start a business, and it has totally changed their lives. Just for that small amount of money, they are able to, you know, turn around that poverty state that they are in. So he's provided billions in microloans. So he just doesn't invest in the idea, he invested in the people, and the bank is owned by the poor. Now the problem with these two examples and many other examples that are out there, I mean obviously these aren't the only two, there's a lot of social entrepreneurial organisations out there. But the problem with them is that even though millions of people are helped, the only person making the money is the one that owns the company. So this is Sam Castor, and he's a social entrepreneur who's the founder of Manatech, and he had a different idea for his vision of eliminating global malnutrition. He said, let's partner with our social entrepreneurs Our success will be determined by their success. The children win, our partners win, we all win. And as people become more successful and make more money, it means that more children's lives are impacted. Imagine how that would feel. The more successful you are, the more children's lives are being changed. So it's just, for me, that's an incredible feeling. My business grows, more children are impacted. So our vision is to eliminate global malnutrition and nourish 5 million children a year. You know, because 5 million children die every year from malnutrition, and we're prepared to spend billions to do it. So we get to build this, you know, a substantial income and amazing lifestyle while we champion the cause of malnutrition. You know, when I hear that, that one child dies every 6 seconds, you know, that's 150 by the end of this presentation and 5 million a year. Now, I find that totally unacceptable. Let's just stop for a minute. I've just told you a statistic there, but, you know, it's easy to read that and to say it, but when you really think about it, that's someone's child that's dying, and they can't do anything about it. This child is dying. So, you know, it's a really heartbreaking thing. And the current solution is not working. We know billions of dollars are raised, and it's being spent on synthetically fortified grain-based cereals every year that are sent over there, but they have no nutritional value for the children. And Doctors Without Borders has put out a report that food is not enough. And they're calling on industry, you know, what can you do? You know, without the essential nutrients, millions of children will die. The children are still malnourished. They are feeding their hunger, but they're not actually dealing with the issue of malnourishment. So there is a huge difference between just feeding children and between nourishing the children. So the New York Times put out an article which is called The New Hidden Hunger. And, you know, the thing is, it's not just a third world problem anymore. You and your family is undernourished and you don't even know it. So we have the classic face here of the undernourished, underfed child. You know, that skin and bones child that we all know is, you know, straight away you can see that child's undernourished. But then we have the new face, you know, it's the overfed and the undernourished. And, you know, we've got children, the obesity rates are growing rapidly. You know, then we have the problem with our elderly population and the diseases and things that they have to face. So medicine is not always the answer. You know, advances in medicine don't make up for poor nutrition. So the simple equation is don't eat what you need equals poor health. And the answer is real food technology, and I'll go into more of that in a minute. But however, we have been given synthetic vitamins and minerals that our bodies cannot absorb. Our bodies were made to absorb food. That's how we've been made. So you see these research headlines, and, you know, maybe you've seen some of these too. You know, a vitamin's killing you. Vitamin pills can increase the risk of early death. Can vitamins do you harm? And it really does create a confusion for consumers. You know, people think, oh, gosh, I shouldn't be taking a supplement. You know, and they really shouldn't. You know, if they are synthetic, you shouldn't be taking that supplement. I certainly wouldn't be giving it to my family. So what does synthetic really mean? And, you know, a lot of people don't really know what synthetic means. See, over 95% of all vitamin and mineral supplements are synthetic. So that means that they're made up of coal tar, which is the black sludge at the bottom of the oil barrel. They're made up of petroleum and ground up rocks. So if you see added calcium, we saw it in a milk the other day, calcium added, all natural, and then in brackets it's ground limestone. And they say that is natural, but personally I don't want to be filling my body with ground up rocks or coal tar. Raise your hand if you're the same, if you wouldn't want to be putting black sludge at the bottom of an oil barrel into your body. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's hands going up. No one wants to be doing that. So these are some of the studies that have come out about the effects of synthetic vitamins, and it's pretty scary stuff. Study number one, it was a study using synthetic beta-carotene and vitamin A, and it actually had to be halted. 18,314 smokers and asbestos workers were given synthetic beta-carotene and synthetic vitamin A. The study was stopped when the rate of death from lung cancer increased 46% and death from cardiovascular disease increased 26% over the placebo group. Another study was birth defects increased for women on synthetic supplements, and this is shocking, you know, when I think about when I was pregnant and I didn't know this back then. I didn't know that what I was taking was synthetic. So 22,000 pregnant women were given synthetic vitamin A. The study was halted because birth defects increased by 400%. That's just incredible. And a new study in the Journal of American Medical Association said synthetic vitamins increase risk of death. A meta-analysis of 47 clinical trials found that the supplementation of synthetic forms of vitamin A, beta-carotene and vitamin E at doses larger than commonly found in a balanced diet actually increased mortality risk. And this is important. Read this. Researchers pointed out that their observations do not apply to natural antioxidants or vitamins, such as those found in fruits and vegetables. So now some fat facts. In 2008, 66% of adults were overweight or obese, and in 2010 it's increased to 80%. You know, that's incredible. Like 80% of the population is overweight or obese. So what are the research findings? The risk of being overweight or obese were 80% higher for those deficient in micronutrients, so that's plant-based vitamins and minerals, compared to those of non-deficient participants. Students 14 to 19 years old, those with the lowest vitamin D had the highest percentage of both body and abdominal fat, directly correlating loss of vitamins in food to increased body fat. The bodies were storing the fat, and that's what's happening. Our bodies store the fat because we're not getting the nutrients, so they're just holding on to whatever it can to try to, you know, get those nutrients. So Sam said, my company has the solution for the third world and the first world problem. You know, Nutrivirus is the only real food, comes from plants, standardized vitamin and mineral supplement on the planet, the only one. Osaline makes the body burn 3 times more fat. Ambritose is the most advanced and disruptive technology for complementary care anyone has ever seen. The stories and testimonies that have come out have been incredible. Everything is protected by patents, and we train and pay social entrepreneurs to partner with us and create a lifestyle. Through their success, we will nourish children around the world and create millionaires. So who are we? We're the pioneers of real food technology solutions. We actually own those words. We own the words real food technology. We've put a patent on it because we're the only company in the world that can do this. We've patented in hydroponic growing techniques and new whole food stabilizing processes provided for standardized food-based nutrients. We are the only company that does this. And we have patents to protect it, which is awesome. So we've got Nutrivirus, that's like our core product. It's the most advanced real food technology solution. The technologies that have generated more than 65 patents, and it's going up all the time. So what we have is a real food base, and that's from rice bran and organic fruits and vegetables, glyconutrients, fat and water soluble antioxidants, essential vitamins and minerals from real food. And then we have the real solution to permanent fat loss. And what it does, it helps you beat the rebound effect. Now, did you know that when you diet, half of what you lose is muscle and half is fat mixed with water? And so when you lose weight, you put it back on, and I'm sure all of us have been in that place where we've lost weight and we've put it back on again. Because what happens is your metabolism slows down due to the muscle loss. So what Isoline does, it helps you burn 3 times more fat than muscle. It gets you the nutrients you need, and it increases your lean muscle mass, and it reduces your appetite. Brilliant product. I lost 10 kilos and 2 dress sizes on it, and that's after trying, lots of all the traditional dieting, and I just couldn't lose weight. So I highly recommend Isoline. And then we've got our low GI meal replacement shake. And that supports blood sugar levels, it reduces cravings, and it's natural with no preservatives. Tastes great. I love the chocolate, yum. And it's just so convenient just to have, when you want a quick lunch, or, even a snack, after you get home from the gym or working out, you can just, have that shake too. So tell me, can you see a market for a product like this? I'm sure you can, because there is a huge market. People are looking for real solutions to their weight loss. Then we have Ambritose Complex. Now, this is required by every cell in your body. Every body on the planet has to have this, and we are the only supplier. Can you believe that? It's incredible. It's the first standardized blend of plant-sourced polysaccharides. So what it does is it supports cellular communication, it improves cognitive function, improves memory, improves concentration, improves attentiveness, improves mood, which all the husbands and wives are very happy about. It decreases irritability, it supports immune system function, and supports digestive system function. Now this has over 60 patents issued for this breakthrough technology, actually more than that I think now. So it's all about synergy and realizing that our bodies need these nutrients, market-changing technology. So we have our real food nutritional support, and we can team that with Ambritose for integrative health glyconutrients, and that's for serious conditions, so we can team that together. Then we have sustainable fat loss, so that helps us beat the rebound. And what happens is when someone purchases products, we donate our special blend of Phyto Blend for malnourished children worldwide. So Phyto Blend, that's the world's first standardized real food source vitamin and mineral product for fighting malnutrition, and that was introduced in 2010. Sorry. Since then, we've sent over 63 million servings worldwide, which is incredible. And the effects of this nutrition has been heart-stirring. Stories like little Aura, and I love this story of, she came into one of the orphanages and she was skin and bones. You look at her picture and they thought she was going to die. She had this grey colour, she had no hair, she could hardly move, there was no muscle mass or anything. She's a very, very sick girl. Now you look at her after being on this product, and she's a healthy weight. She's able to go to school and learn and do what normal children do, and that's you know, what's so exciting about this. You're not just changing your life, you're also changing the life of children all over the world. So it's a perfect time now to move from employee, where you're trading your time for dollars and being self-employed, to making your time and money work for you. So you're being a business owner, a social entrepreneur or investor. So let us show you how to become a social entrepreneur investor. You know what? If you don't build your dream, you will spend the rest of your life helping someone else build their dream. And I, for one, do not want to do that. I want to be spending my time building my dream. So this is Sam's vision. 500 million synthetic vitamin users worldwide, billions spent on integrative health and weight loss. If we can just switch a small percent to real food technology, less than 1%, we can nourish 5 million children and at the same time create millionaires around the world. So what does that mean for you? We will help you create the lifestyle of your dreams while doing good. So all you have to do is help us connect. Do you know 4 people who want a better lifestyle, better health, and want purpose behind what they do? Not only do you get to make a great income, but you also get to travel the world with Manatech. All these incredible destinations that you can go to: Hayman, China, Fiji, Hawaii, Alaska. Last year I got to go on an all-expenses-paid trip with my husband to Mauritius, which was absolutely incredible. You know, this year we're taking a whole heap of social entrepreneurs to Vietnam on an all-expenses-paid trip. So, you know, it's amazing the lifestyle that you can create. So what do? There's 2 options for you to get started. There's the basic pack, and that in Australia is $150, gives you 100 points. In the US it's 98, in Singapore it's 188, and in New Zealand it's 165. And you'll get $190 worth of products and value. Or you can go with the champion. In Australia it's $498, which is 400 points. In the US it's $498. In New Zealand it's $550, and in Singapore it's $625, and you get over $550 worth of products and value. All you have to do then is nourish your family with our real food technology solutions and a child each month. And the other thing that we have is our training system, which is called dual networking. And when you get started with us, all you need to do is plug into the training, and you'll get social media strategies, powerful training, personal websites, email campaigns, support and recognition. You know, when I first started, you know, less than 2 years ago, I had never done anything like this before, and I really wondered if I could. I actually didn't think I could, but what I did is I just plugged into the training. You know, I learnt the new strategies, and I just applied them. You know, I listened to what my business partner, you know, told me to do, and just followed those instructions. So we have our fast track, where you can be making $100,000 in 18 months, and you'll get an exotic trip. You'll have the lifestyle, plus you'll be nourishing over 600 children. So you as a champion, 15 kids are being nourished on average. So you're becoming a regional director for 1,500 points. And all you've done is you've found 4 people that want to develop a great lifestyle while doing good, just like you. And here's you as a national director. 60 kids are being nourished on average. So all you've done is you've helped 3 of your people reach regional director, and you're earning an average income of $15,000 a year. Here's you as an executive director. So 200 kids are being nourished on average. You're earning an average income of $45,000 a year. Raise your hand if $45,000 a year would help you out. That would be a good amount for you to be making. Absolutely. I think some people are holding out. They want more money. I think there's a few there wanting more money. Okay. All right. I'll give you more money. The next step is you as a presidential director. 600 kids are being nourished on average. So all you're doing is you're helping 3 people go to executive director. And the average income on that is $100,000 a year. Okay, raise your hand if that sounds like a good amount for you. $100,000 a year, does that sound great? Absolutely. And you get there, you'll get a free trip for you and your partner to Hawaii. You're earning $100,000 per year. So what do? You can choose your package, basic or champion, plug into dual networking, start following and acting upon the Fast Start training, and decides who qualifies to join you as a social entrepreneur. You establish 4 social entrepreneurs, become a regional director, and you can make a bonus of $830. So what you're doing is you're creating a lifestyle while making a difference. All those things that we talked about, the quality time, relaxation, adventure, wealth, freedom, health, and purpose, you can do it through this business model. So all you need to do now is get back to the person that invited you to this webinar, or if you came through a page, just go back to that page and message them and just let them know what option best suits you. Is it option 1 to start at the basic pack for $150, or option 2? Get started building your freedom and creating the life that you want. And going after your dreams. So thank you everyone tonight for coming on. If you've got any questions, I'll stay on behind, but you know, if you don't, thank you for coming on, and God bless and have a great night. Remember, get back to the person that asked you onto the webinar tonight. Thanks so much. Goodbye.